Hey, Lionheart. So I'm Robyn-Ann and I'm a life coach to Kingdom Woman, and I am so glad you are here. But if you've been feeling like a victim really to your circumstances and you can tell that you're ready to shift, you're feeling frustrated and know you need to step into a newer version of yourself because you're still operating from some old beliefs, boundaries, and behaviors that are no longer serving you and can no longer get you to where you know you need to go, then today is for you. So I want to share the 3 keys that always help me when I'm working with clients to immediately reinvent and change their situation. It could be as small as a season or a situation that they want to change, or even a bigger life shift. These 3 things, without them, you will never be able to step into that 2.0 version of yourself so that you can become the woman who can build the thing, right? The new thing. We know that you can never pour all new wine into old wineskins. So you always are going to have to create a new mindset that has the capacity to carry the new thing God wants to do in you and through you. All right, so number 1, you want to first eliminate the luggage. You always want to start with a lot of the dead weight. So many times we know we need to change, but we're feeling so overwhelmed, so busy that we don't even have the mental capacity to take some steps, right? Some new steps. And so we always start with, where is there dead weight that you need to drop? Whether it's friendships that are no longer serving you, whether it's beliefs, practices in your routine, habits that are no longer serving you, events and things you're doing and going to, work you're doing, how you're doing work. There are a lot of times, a lot of things that are so ineffective, but we just keep doing it because we've always done it that way, or we just keep going to those places because we always have, even whether it's as big or small as how much you're serving in your church or how much you're overperforming in your job. Yes, it worked at a certain time when you needed to get to a certain level of success, but now if you need to shift into something new, you can no longer give 110% to these things and expect to still have energy for something new to be created, right? So taking a look at Nehemiah in the Bible, where he even pulled back when he realized it was put on his heart to rebuild the wall for God. He was a king's cupbearer, very well respected, very successful, and even he had to discern that I'm gonna have to pull back from that to go do this other thing all in. Otherwise, now you're going to be mediocre at everything, or you're not really going to get done the new thing you believe is pressing on your heart and calling you. So that's number 1. Eliminate the luggage, beloved. Number 2, you want to elevate your language. So what are the ways that you are still reflecting the old person, the old circumstances, the old beliefs, the old boundaries with your language? You're still saying yes to things that you know you have no interest in, no capacity in, because you know you now need to focus and prioritize on things that are bigger, that are different, really. But you still keep saying yes to some of those older circle of friends or events. Or even if it's what you are saying, if you know that God is calling you to really be a master and a leader and show up more effectively and authoritatively and powerfully for this new season, yet your language is completely still being a person with a victim mindset, whether that's, you just keep using words like I can't, I feel like, I have to, I should, I need to, and you're not taking control of your words to say, no, I don't do these things anymore. I prefer this. I choose this. I decide this. There's so many ways that we don't realize language is shaping what you experience and what you are telling your brain to look for in terms of solutions for what you are saying, whether in prayer, or in your journal, is your next thing, but really your language doesn't reflect that. So you'll never create that reality. So 1, eliminate the luggage. 2, elevate your language. And then 3, you're going to want to, as I remember here, execute with leverage. You want to stop thinking that to perform at a higher level, you have to work harder. No, typically you want to now shift to working from a higher perspective and just a higher mindset. What do I mean by that? As simple as shifting your questions when you see that, okay, the next level is going to require something bigger, something more. Instead of looking to your ability and then immediately overwhelming yourself, putting yourself back in a mode of feeling, stuck and powerless, You want to shift to asking who and not how. You want to shift to really just asking, who can I partner with, or who can I call on? Who can I ask? Who can I hire to help me carry this out? Not how am I going to get this done, right? That's one of the biggest shifts with women or CEOs who perform at a higher level, instead of those who then tend to get bogged down and never can get beyond a certain ceiling because they're still looking within themselves, in terms of, I have to be the one to do it. I'm now overwhelmed. I'm out of time. I am limited, instead of realizing that by leveraging what you have around you, the access and the resource and the knowledge that you have around you, the mentors, the coaches, so much that is around you that you can tap into to figure out how to get it done. You want to become more skilled in problem solving than problem seeing is what I meant to say. Shift completely to leverage. How do I leverage the things, the people, the skills that I have, and just really leverage my entire network and resources and assets to carry out a thing, including your spiritual authority. Like, a lot of times we look to our ability when God's authority is what's going to activate. That's what turns two, fishes and 5 loaves into something that could feed millions. And that's going to be the same for you. You want to look instead to your authority, not your ability. God has given you dominion, so it's going to unlock things more than what you can see with, in the physical realm. So I hope that helps you. Go ahead and eliminate that luggage, sis. Go ahead and elevate your language, and then also execute with leverage. Think who, not how. And if you do that, I promise you, your situation will change, your life will shift. And those are the same 3 steps I walk my clients through to get them guaranteed results. But obviously we go more in depth because there's so many areas that we often overlook, and we want to just keep operating with the same beliefs and boundaries and behaviors and a blueprint that is so outdated, whether it's from our parents or from our university, and it's not going to get us where we want to go. Just even one client who was planning to become a therapist and was looking at school part-time, which was going to take her like 6 years before then even getting experience to then get certified. And it's like, there is too much that God wants you to start doing now to impact people and to increase your income, so that she could shift from the corporate, job, which was overwhelming her, and start preparing herself to serve people right now. There was knowledge and certification she could have gotten right now, which would end up allowing her to get paid so much more, to really help counsel others. So there's always a way to work higher and not harder. Okay, we got to stop working so hard at what's hardly working, like Myron Golden would say. But I can't wait. If that's you and you're interested and you feel like you need some accountability and some help to think differently, then go ahead and message me. I can't wait. Or click the link in the description. All right.